Hello and welcome to today's video. I'll be going through with you guys my January favorites and a fail. So let's get into it. I've been absent from YouTube for a little bit. I was actually on a Disney World trip and we went on a cruise with Disney Wish. Absolutely love it. I'll smack some photos here. It was just a dream come true. I have not been on a Disney cruise before and I absolutely loved it. I will definitely have to go again. I've been on a lot of different cruises, just not Disney, and I mean their service is just next level. I was so impressed. But I haven't used a ton of makeup during the month of January because majority of it I was traveling, and that's why you haven't seen videos from me. But I do have some really good products. I have, I believe, 8 products. One of them is a fail. I'll talk about that first, and the rest are just amazing. So I will again do this ranking style, so let's get into it. So number 8, I have my bit of a fail product, and you will probably be a little bit surprised when you see this because this is from NYX Cosmetics and this is their Epic Ink Liner. Now if you've been watching my videos, you know I love the Epic Ink Liner in black. That is one of my favorite products ever. It is without a doubt my favorite eyeliner ever. Because of that, and because I wanted to try different things, I also got the Epic Ink Liner in the shade brown. And unfortunately, this is a bit of a disappointment. This might work for some of you, I will give you that. But for me, this brown is just too light. I wanted it to be a little bit richer. It doesn't need to be warmer or cooler. I think the tone is there. It's just that it comes out rather weak. So when I apply this to my eyelids, and if I'm wearing eyeshadow, it just disappears. If I'm doing a no eyeshadow look, then I can totally see this, but even then it's just not pigmented enough for me. So I hope NYX comes out with another brown liquid eyeliner in the Epic Ink line. I hope it's just a little bit deeper brown because this one is just like a watered down brown, and I have to say it's been a bit of a letdown for me because I love the Epic Ink Liner. At number 7, I have a blush that I've been loving. This is from Kokie Cosmetics and this is their soft gradient blush in the shade Flushed. And this one has the most beautiful embossment on it. Absolutely stunning. It has kind of this gradual color. This is somewhere in the middle, the swatch that I made. Absolutely love it. I love that you can kind of create 2 different blushes out of this. If I want a lighter tone blush, I just dip my brush into that section. If I want to mix it up, I can use it around, and then if I want a darker one, it's on the top. And absolutely love all the blush looks I've created from this. This shade is just so beautiful. It's like a mauvey pink, and you can get it deeper or lighter where you place your blush brush. But I have been loving it, and typically I don't love matte blushes as well because I have dry skin. But this one, I think it still looks so silky smooth on the skin, and sometimes I've added a little bit of a highlighter on top if I want a sparkle. But it is so beautiful. The product is beautiful, but it also looks beautiful on the skin, so definitely deserves a spot in my January favorite. Next up, I have 2 mascaras, and I do actually really enjoy both of them. One of them is just going to rank a little lower because it's quite expensive. So at number 6, I have from Pat McGrath Labs their Fetish Eyes mascara, and honestly I was not sure if I was going to love this because Pat McGrath can be a little hit or miss for me. It's not that the products are ever bad, it's more like, is the value really there? And this one is a pricier mascara, but it is so good. Let me show the wand for you. This just adds so much length without looking cakey. I absolutely love this formula. It really is your perfect swipe on and go mascara. You do not need to do anything else. It's not finicky. I don't need a separator. It just looks beautiful. It has this floral scent to it, which I also kind of like. I think it smells beautiful, but all in all, it is such a good mascara and would have ranked higher if it wasn't quite as expensive. And number 5, I'm a mascara. This is from GXVE. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. It is Gwen Stefani's brand. This is their Can't Stop Staring mascara in the shade Black, I believe. And I will say I was sent this for review purposes. Some of these products were sent to me, but as you always know, that has no bearing on my opinion about them. I do not need to post them on YouTube. That is not part of the review process at all. I just show them because I love them. And this one has a more unique wand. It has this tip that at first kind of scared me. It looks really like it could poke me in the eye, but honestly, this can add color to all of my lashes. Even the smallest lashes, with this tip I can add the color in there, and which makes my eyelashes look longer, well, more volumized. I absolutely love this formula. I think the packaging is really cool too. I think Gwen knows what she does aesthetically, but I do really enjoy this one. I am so glad I got to try it. And both of these mascaras are just really good. I think the major difference is the wand and then the price. So I recommend both of these. They're both amazing. At number 4, I have a palette that's not a new palette by any means, and it's more of a rediscovered favorite from my own collection. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their Norvina palette. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of this felt kind of top. It gets so dirty, but here is the palette, and this is just so beautiful. I've been creating looks with this all month long. Absolutely, the rose gold is my favorite shade, perhaps one of my favorite shades all time, but it is so stunning. I think the celestial shade is something a little bit different, beautiful as well, and dazzling, absolutely stunning. The mattes are the usual Anastasia Beverly Hills quality, absolutely love them. I think this shade Incense is in my other palette. Some of these might actually be, I have to look in to my ABH collection. I think in some of the palettes Incense is in them. So let me swatch a few shades. And I've heard some kind of scary rumors that they might be discontinuing this palette. If that's the case, I think that's a mistake. This is so beautiful. I just swatched a few shades here. Hope you can see them. The first one is Incense. That's the matte shade. That's just my perfect crease shade. Then I have Celestial. Then I have Dazzling, Rose Gold, and then I added Passion in the end. I wish this palette had a deeper brown or almost a black shade. I would really like that as a liner shade and to deepen the look sometimes a little bit. But all in all, this is such a beautiful palette. You can create so many looks with it, and there's not a bad shade here. They're all beautiful. I think this palette was a definite win for Anastasia Beverly Hills when it came out, and I'm so glad I rediscovered it. I think it was Jen Phelps that was talking about it, and I was like, I haven't used that one in a while, so I pulled it out and I so love it. Definitely deserves its spot in my January favorite. And number 3, I have another product that's not new to me by any means. It is just my most favorite foundation ever. I just wanted to add it here so that I can give credit where credit is due. This is without a doubt my most favorite and my most used foundation. I've tried so many others, I always come back to this and I love it. So I have dry skin, and of course I'm aging just like all of us, and this one doesn't show my skin lines and wrinkles or whatnot texture like the other ones do. So this has a slight, I don't want to say glittery, I don't think it has glitter, it has this glowy look. I know some people will criticize it for glitterness, but honestly that's never been an issue. It just gives my skin this youthful glow, the one that I want. And I have duller skin type, unfortunately, probably because it's dry, and this one works its magic on it. I apply this with my fingers. I've tried all the other ways as well, but to me this foundation kind of looks the best if I apply it with fingers, and it has such awesome coverage. I have a ton of freckles, and some of the freckles have formed a huge freckle underneath my eye, so I like to cover that up sometimes, and this one just works its magic. This shade Light is a little bit deep for me sometimes, but really I can make it work with a powder. I just love the formula. Yes, it's the best foundation I've ever tried. The only reason why it's not a number 1 is because it's such a repeat favorite that I didn't want it to take away anything from the other products. But really, this could be number 1 of my makeup products of all time. At number 2, I have a product that's also a rediscovered favorite. This is from Butter London, and this is their glazing eye gloss in the shade Icing, and it is just so beautiful. I swatched it right there. I'll open it for you. This consistency is different, and I know it's not favorite for everyone. It's kind of like this jelly eyeshadow consistency, but man, does it look beautiful on the eye. I had several shades of this, and I think Icing is my favorite. The other ones have dried up. There are minis of this, but I recommend getting the full size. I feel like the minis dry up too soon. They don't dry up fast, but I never go through these, and I just feel like this gives me a longer lifespan, this bigger full size version. So definitely something I want to get another shade again. There's so many shades I love. Icing is just my favorite, but they have this golden and then they have this purpley shade. I love those as well, but really this is just a fantastic product. I know it was all the hype years ago, but really it just deserves more attention. It is a fantastic eyeshadow, never fails me. It definitely deserves its spot as number 2 in the January favorites. In my 2022 favorites, I mentioned that 2022 was the year of perfume for me, and really that is just continuing. At number 1, I have a perfume that I have been so impressed. This is from Ariana Grande, and this is their Cloud perfume. And I know this is nothing new. A bunch of you have probably used it for the longest time, but for me, I got this for Christmas, and what a beautiful perfume it is. I realize celebrity perfumes are not for everyone, and I'm not an Ariana Grande grand fan by any means, but I do like some of her songs. She's not a celebrity I follow or anything, but I do love this scent. She and her team have created such a beautiful scent. This really is so good, and it does remind me of my other favorite. I believe I mentioned that in my 2022 favorites. It was the Pacifica Dream Moon scent. There are similarities with those two scents, and maybe that's why I like it as well. I don't think they're exact dupes, but they're both so beautiful. Absolutely love them. And I went to fragrantica.com, which is a great database if you're interested in your perfume notes. The notes mentioned there for this one are top notes lavender, pear, and bergamot, then middle notes whipped cream, praline, coconut, vanilla, orchid, and base notes are musk and woody notes. I will say the lavender scent isn't that obvious to me. That's not the best scent in my opinion. I'm not a lavender scent person, but bergamot and pear, I absolutely can smell those, and then I can smell the praline. Coconut at somewhat, but it's not pervasive as well, and then the musk and the woody notes on the base spot on. What a beautiful scent. I have been so impressed. I've heard there's a Cloud too. I might need to try that one, but this scent is beautiful, and I feel like it does stay on so well and deserves its spot at number 1 in my January favorites. So these were my January favorites, and that one fail from NYX. Honestly, I just hope I got a bad one. Please tell me in comments I got a bad one, and that's actually an amazing eyeliner. I'll definitely try it again. But all the other ones are just so good, and they are staples in my collection. I can't believe I found 2 really good mascaras. That's a new one for me. I have trouble finding mascaras. I have non-existent lashes, and these ones work so fantastically on me. Kokie, beautiful inside out. I didn't expect anything less from Kokie. I've always been so impressed by their products. Norvina, tried and true palette. Beautiful shades, absolutely stunning. My favorite foundation ever, never disappoints me. I'm going to repurchase over and over again. This glazing eye gloss, what a beautiful rediscovered favorite. That shade Icing is just beautiful. Highly recommend them. I'm always a little bit concerned that some of the Butter London products have been discontinued because I sometimes can't find them. So I hope this is still available. And then topping the list, Ariana Grande's Cloud perfume. I know I'm late in the game, but what a beautiful perfume. I am so happy that I got it as a Christmas present. So these were all my January favorites and a fail. Let us know in the comment section what was your favorite product in January. What should I try? I'm always looking for new recommendations recommendations for makeup and skincare to try, so let us know in the comments section. Any failed products we should avoid, let us know as well. But thank you so much for watching. These were my January favorites and a fail. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you subscribe. And if you like these kind of videos and want to see more of their kind, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.